and welcome to week 6 of the Full-Circle Reboot series. This week marks me being halfway through the program, and I am so excited because I have taken lots of good steps toward my main program goals. As a reminder, those were to design a new workout schedule, to learn about 5 new things, and to design a new health coaching program. At this point, my workout schedule is almost complete as I've added 3 of the 4 exercises that I wanted to my regimen. So now I have 2 days of running, 2 days of strength training at the gym, and 2 days of belly dance followed by stretching. The only thing I have left to add is yoga. With regards to running, I started out doing an interval training style where I had a 5-minute warm-up walk with 12 sets of 30 seconds of jogging followed by 1 minute of walking, and I ended with a 5-minute cool down walk. As of this point, I've managed to increase my running segments to 35 seconds, which adds on a full minute of running to my entire workout. It may seem like a very small amount of progress, but remember, everyone progresses at a different pace. In my case, I had my fatigue and the fact that I haven't been running since high school against me, so I'm very proud of this small accomplishment. And I do feel like I'll be able to increase my jogging segments to 40 seconds within the next couple of weeks. At the gym, I started out doing just a mere 10 reps at 10 pounds on all of the arm and leg machines. I have since increased that to at least 20 pounds for all of the leg machines at least, and 30 reps on every machine. I also started doing 2 of the ab machines available at the gym, and I started out doing 30 crunches on those, and have increased that to 40 crunches per machine now. Because of how limited my time is in the gym, I only have an hour that I can actually be there. I decided to drop the elliptical since I have plenty of cardio on other days of the week. And for the last 5 to 10 minutes that I may end up having after I do all the machines, I go and use either the massage chair or the hydrotherapy bed, which are both very nice. My belly dance practice is not quite where I'd like it to be, but that's because I've had to use all of my time focusing on choreography for the Hopla coming up this next Sunday. Please buy tickets if you can make it to the Bryan College Station area by April 8th. Link will be in the description below. Ideally, I'd like to have a balance between choreography and technique practice, so after the show, I'll probably focus just on technique for a little while to make up for the lost time. Also, as for the stretching that I do after belly dance practice, I started out doing a stretch routine I designed a little over 2 years ago, but I didn't want to continue with that because you don't end up holding the stretches for as long as I would like to. So what I started doing after that was I started doing 20 to 30 minute yoga sessions from Yoga with Cassandra. And I absolutely love her channel. I think it's great and I highly recommend it. But her shorter routines, the ones that are about 20 to 30 minutes, those tend to be better for more of an energy boost or relaxation as opposed to a really good full body stretch, which is more of what I'm looking for. So until I can design a new stretch routine that's going to help me work on that, I'll just keep using Cassandra's yoga routines as substitution for now. The last thing I want to mention about my progress in this program so far is that I already feel so much better. My fatigue is a lot more manageable. Now my anxiety was pretty well controlled by the medication that I started taking before the program, but the depression that was creeping in pretty regularly is being held at bay a lot more often now. And also I'm a pretty extreme introvert most of the time, but I'm actually finding that I'm wanting to go and spend time with friends and go out to fun events a lot more. I also feel a lot more confident and positive about my future, and I feel like, hey, maybe I really will succeed at this health coaching thing. Overall, I'm loving this program, and I feel like having small goals each week, plus having to stay on target with filming and updating social media, is really helping me feel more accomplished and like I'm moving forward. So just remember, if you're feeling stagnant in life, I'm speaking from experiencing this program myself, and I think that it could really help you. So whenever you're ready, my phone number and email are in the description below. So to get back on track with the standard format of these videos, let's talk about last week's assignments and how they went. My experiment was to time a few meals, so I timed 3 different ones that required different amounts of chewing. I averaged 20.3 minutes per meal, which is right where I should be. My first customized assignment was to work on my new health coaching program some more, so I spent another hour combing through notes for the brainstorming phase. I've hit a little tiny roadblock because I've reached a point where the notes don't match up with the current section that I'm on and I can't seem to find those notes. So worst case scenario, I'll just end up creating some appropriate material myself, which is not exactly a new thing for me. Health Coach Institute did provide a great foundation for this program that I'm on, but I did make a lot of changes to it before I started going through it. My other customized assignment was to read about inspirational women for 1 hour. Of the women I was able to read about in that time, I was most intrigued by Dr. Patricia Bath, the inventor of the laser phaco cataract surgery, and General Ann Dunwoody, the first woman to become a 4-star general in the US military, because I felt their life journeys best represented independence and intense work ethic. Many of the women I read about achieved goals that are way bigger than what I'm even looking for in the long run, so it made my dreams feel even more realistic and achievable. Alright, I know this video has been pretty long at this point, but thank you for bearing with me thus far. Now we are at the part where we're going to talk about this week's new material. Or, if you don't want to finish watching, you could just like the video anyway, subscribe, follow all my social media stuff, and like all of those posts. It's only fair. But anyway, if you do want to hang in there, this week we're talking about sabotage. Again, juicy details are reserved for clients, but here's what I can share. During this session, I talked to clients about different kinds of sabotage and how they can appear in their own lives. This sabotage is not strictly limited to dietary sabotage, like when your friend invites you out for ice cream even though you've already had your cheat day this week, but any kind of sabotage that can potentially hold you back in any area of your life where you're trying to make progress. Recognizing these forms is an important step to strengthening your resolve to make better decisions for yourself, as it is entirely possible for you to sabotage yourself. I also remind clients that while sabotage is such a negative word, someone who is sabotaging your health goals is not necessarily a bad person trying to do that on purpose. Refer back to the friend inviting you out for ice cream. That's a nice thing, right? The friend knows you like ice cream, plus they'd like to hang out with you. But if you already had your cheat day and really need to stick to eating healthy the rest of the week, eating ice cream that particular day could hold you back a little on your health goals. So don't hate your friend or be mad at them for the invite. Appreciate that they thought of you while also taking care of yourself. So you can go with them and not have anything, you can make plans to go somewhere healthier, or you can ask to reschedule for your next cheat day. That is the kind of situation that I want to prepare you for when I talk about sabotage. Because if you have enough of those moments where you cave in, your one cheat day a week becomes several, then next thing you know, you're gaining unwanted weight, you're feeling crappy, and you're wondering what the heck happened to your health goals. Now, this session is much deeper and more interactive than many of the other sessions, so I do have a little bit more homework than normal this week. First of all, I need to take myself through the questions that I would normally ask clients during this session as a way to recognize where sabotage might appear in my own life. Second, I need to ask for an encouraging message from people who know about my program goals so that I have something nice to look back on whenever I doubt myself. Third, I'm going to take myself through another guided meditation since that had such a powerful impact on me the last time I did it. The fourth assignment is my custom one. So far what I have left is I can add yoga to my workout schedule, I can continue to work on my health coaching program, or I can learn about 3 more new things. Well, I'm not ready to add yoga onto my workout schedule just yet, and I kind of need a break from designing the new health coaching program. And since I'm designing choreography at an exponentially faster rate than I normally do, I'm not exactly in the mood to learn anything new. I'm making the new. I'm good. So where does that leave me? Well, it is tax season and I've definitely got some work to do there. So this week I'm going to focus on taking care of my taxes, and I know that that has nothing to do with my overall program goals, but hey, sometimes you gotta know when to do your adulting stuff and to take care of business. Check in next week to see how I did. In the meantime, be sure to subscribe to this channel with the notifications turned on, and follow Mingled Vitality on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter so you'll be sure to know as soon as the next video comes out. Thank you for visiting my citrusy sanctuary. Peace out.